Hello and welcome everybody to another unboxing and impressions video on my channel. Today we've got another Guerlain fragrance. Guerlain. This one is called Exquises, or the Exquisite Spices. And I smelled this one in the store, though I did smell the new bottling. I'm pretty sure they haven't reformulated it. I just prefer the old style bottle. So I found myself one of those, and here we are. Let's have a look. So this is like, they have these unique designs for all of these Absolus Allegoria scents, like different designs of these round, I don't know, ornaments, medallions. And there is the bottle. All right. So, yeah, this is the old style bottle. You can see there's no golden bee ornament on there. And it has this old old sticker. And it's a bit of a darker bottle. I think the new one might be slightly lighter, at least for some of the scents it is. But yeah. I really like this one in the store. It is a very spicy scent, and I thought it was also one of the lighter scents of this range. So I'm thinking it might be one of the less popular ones, maybe especially because it's on the light side and it's not as, I don't know, maybe not as impressive. But I enjoy this a lot. So let's give this a spray and blotter, and I'll tell you what I think now that that I have the bottle in hand at home and not in the shop. Ooh. Good sprayer. Here we go. So I hope maybe you can hear my, there's a fan going on my laptop. It's just kind of annoying me. I wish I could turn it off, but I don't know how. Maybe if I do this, it's kind of annoying. Well, anyways, what do I smell? I smell loads of cardamom. So this is a really beautifully natural smelling cardamom. So it's got those kind of dusty facets, those fresh facets, but it's not this shower jelly cardamom that you get in loads of designers like the YSL the Bleu de Chanel's. This is just from the spice cabinet. And there's something earthy about it, slightly sweet. Really, 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 really beautiful cardamom in this. It's also slightly nutty, a little bit powdery and earthy. I don't know if I said that, but it has this, not dirty earth, but like very fresh earth. I think there's also some Angelica in there, which gives this green kind of foresty facets. I don't know. This one just speaks to me. I know it's one of the more recent ones, just before the rebranding, and yeah, loads of people like the old ones that are discontinued, the more heavy ones. But I find this really nice. I also think there's slightly some, like, a little bit of a coriander feel to it, some slight peppery notes. Maybe also from the Angelica. I think Angelica sometimes is a little bit peppery. Yeah, like maybe some coriander. Maybe a tiny bit of like, tiny bit of cinnamon, but just a touch. It's very woody as a scent. I find it's quite refreshing as well. There's like a sparkly feel as well. Like I'm thinking something gingery that also kind of ties in with the earthiness. This gingery, cardamomy, nutty, woody, sweet and spicy feel. I don't know. This just works for me. It's definitely light. I think there's also lots of musks in there. It's very clean. And there's probably lots of ICE super in this. But you know, this almost feels like if Guerlain did like a Comme des Garçons style fragrance. So maybe that's why people don't like it, because it has that sort of more, to my nose, more avant-garde, spicy, designery style. Even though Comme des Garçons, you know, is very out there with a lot of their fragrances, they're still a designer. And people always, you know, talk about whether Guerlain is a designer or not. You know, I can never find a good answer. They do cosmetics, but they focus on perfume. Who knows? Not that it really matters anyways these days. But yeah, this is sort of quiet. This is fresh. This is sparkly as well. Very woody, spicy scent. It's got a light sweetness, but perfectly judged. It's very transparent, very natural smelling. You know, the Angelica comes through really well. And I recently smelled Angelique sur la pluie by Frédéric Malle, which I thought was gorgeous, like a really geosmin, petrichor type, woody, foresty Angelica scent. And this evokes some of the feeling, but it has the sweet cardamom and spices with it. Yeah. And as it dries down, the spices, you know, settle down a little bit, and it just starts getting more woody. And it stays very clean. I think there's also some good amount of ambroxan in this, but it's not metallic at all. It's just perfectly incorporated. It gives that slightly, that waft, that you know, that lift and volume and cleanness and woodiness. Yeah, this has no florals to my nose. So a lot of the other scents of this range have like lots of rose in there. And also I'm not really smelling a lot of saffron in this. So I like that this kind of takes this idea, because the inspiration of this is actually Thierry Wasser going to the Middle East, and there's a tradition where when you visit someone, you get offered this spiced coffee. So it's like a green spiced coffee, usually with lots of cardamom, and you get that here. To be honest, I'm not getting a lot of coffee. Just a slight amount of cocoa, like bitter cocoa, but it's not very, you know, roasted to my nose. But yeah, that's the inspiration. This kind of green spiced coffee with cardamom that you get in the Middle East. Also, I think the new Harrods exclusive Amouage has the same inspiration. I assume the Amouage is a lot heavier, because this is very, very, very light. This is kind of dry and light, yeah, and fresh. Yeah, so that was the inspiration for Thierry Wasser. It's actually one of the last scents he made in these past years. Maybe he did like 3 since this one was released. Let's check out the notes. So the notes. So this one is done obviously by Thierry Wasser in 2022. The notes are cardamom, sandalwood, black pepper, angelica, coffee, oud, patchouli, and pink pepper. You know, I think on blotter, this actually is a little bit lighter than on skin. I think on skin, the base notes are a little bit heavier. It has more of the sandalwood, probably. Yeah, and on a blotter, it just stays really spicy, sweet, but not too sweet. So this is not a very sweet scent. I'm kind of sensitive to sweetness. I think these spices have an inherent natural sweetness that I get. I'm not getting this syrupy sweetness because this is not sticky. This is not dense. But on skin, I just got a little bit on my finger when I sprayed this earlier. It's a lot more woody and patchouli, like earthy patchouli, and the Angelica. So if you plan on trying this, give it a spray on skin as well. See how it develops. don't be scared about the oud note again. Guerlain at this price point is not going to be using real oud or even massive amounts of this fake oud, synthetic oud accord, because if it had, then I would be getting a lot more of that, you know, that really feel in my throat of those heavy woody raw materials, and I'm not getting that at all. So this is just, yeah, just a pleasant, spicy woody scent, but in a clean way, in a lighter way. And I truly think this is very enjoyable. I'm glad to have it. Yeah, I talked about the bottles earlier. So this is the Encens Mythique bottle in the same style. These are all the old style bottles. And the new style of these, they have, similar to the Aqua Allegoria range, they have this like bee honeycomb mesh. This is plastic, gold painted plastic. They have that on top, and also the shapes are a little bit different. If you look at the bottle shapes, they're not exactly the same. Yeah, not a huge deal. I don't think you have to seek out these older bottles. I just like to have it because it matches with this one. And also, Guerlain, why did you put these on here and not put like a little bit of a lip on there? Because every time I pull off the cap, these things come flying off. It's very annoying. I'm thinking I should just pull them off and store them somewhere, because I will get annoyed every time I open these. So because they just use the same bottles, they didn't put a lid on here to like capture it. Yeah. Anyways, I'm just rambling now. So I think that should be all I have to say about this one. Check it out. Don't dismiss it just because not many people talk about it. I like it. I think it's good for people that like those spicier scents from Comme des Garçons. And, you know, maybe traditional Guerlain fans will be disappointed, but I like Guerlain. I have lots of Guerlains and I enjoy this one. All right. Thank you for watching. We'll see each other next time, and I hope you will have a great week.